Good morning, students. In the last class, we have seen what is the paging concept in operating system, and we have also seen how the page replacement is done whenever the page fault occurs. Right? If the computer system doesn't find any page in the main memory, then how it is going to search in the disk or the secondary memory, that we have already discussed, and how the address translation is done, how the logical address is going to be converted into physical address to fetch this particular page from hard disk, right? So the operation of conversion of that particular address is done by the virtual memory manager, right? And now we will see what are the different functions of paging hardware. The first function of a paging hardware is memory protection. It is going to be protected. The memory has to be protected by the paging hardware. It ensures that the process can access only those memory that areas are allocated to it. Let us say there are two processes, P1 and P2, and if the operating system allocates a particular memory to these particular processes, P1 is not going to interfere into the memory which is allocated to process P2. On the similar basis, P2 is not going to interfere into the memory which is allocated to process P1. So paging hardware is it has a responsibility of protecting a memory like this, right? Next, efficient address translation, right? So translation, we have seen the logical address which is present in the program or a process that has to be converted into a physical address to access a particular file or any other instructions which are not there in the main memory, right? So that logical address needs to be converted into physical address by the paging hardware. It provides an arrangement to perform address translation efficiently, right? Next, third one, the page replacement support. Collect information concerning references made to the pages. The virtual memory manager uses this information to decide which page to replace when a page fault occurs, right? So the paging hardware has a responsibility of replacing the correct page from the disk, right? So once the address gets converted from logical address into a physical address, then it is the responsibility of paging hardware to replace a particular page in the main memory from the hard disk, right? So these are the three functions of paging hardware. Next, virtual memory manager. What are the different functions of virtual memory manager, VM manager, what we have seen in the last class block diagram, while discussing the block diagram of page replacement policy, page replacement technique. We have came across one block called virtual memory manager, right? So what are the functions of those virtual memory manager that we are going to see now? The first function is manage the logical address space, right? Because the multiple number of processes are going to run in a computer system, right? So these multiple number of multiple processes have multiple logical addresses, right? So the virtual memory manager has to maintain a list of all these logical addresses. So manage memory logical address space. It sets up and the swap space of a process. Organize its logical address space in a memory through page in and page out operations, and maintain its page table, right? So virtual memory manager is going to maintain the list of logical addresses of different processes, right? So with the help of these logical addresses, it is going to calculate the physical addresses as per the process starts execution, right? So next, manage memory. It keep track of occupied and free page frames in a memory, right? So because the virtual memory manager is responsible to occupy to keep track of the occupied and the free page frames in a memory. Third one, implement memory protection. As we have already discussed, what is a memory protection? One process is not going to interfere into the memory which is allocated to some other processes, right? So memory protection needs to be taken care by the virtual memory manager as well. Maintain the information needed for memory protection. Next, collect the page reference information. Collect page reference information. Paging hardware collect page reference information. Paging hardware provides information concerning page references. This information is maintained in appropriate data structures for use by the page replacement algorithm. Right? It collects a page reference information. Performs page replacement. This we have already discussed in the last class, the block diagram of a page replacement technique. Perform replacement of a page when a page fault arises and all page frames in a memory or all page frames allocated to a process are occupied. Next, allocate a physical memory. Decide how much memory should be allocated to a process and revise this decision from time to time to suit its needs of the process and the operating system. It allocates the physical memory as well. It decides how much memory should be allocated to a process and revise this decision, right? And the last one, implement the page sharing. Arrange sharing of pages with processes. Arrange sharing of pages with processes, right? So implement page sharing. The pages are need to be shared between the different processes, right? So these are the functions performed by the virtual memory manager. Next one, the page replacement policies, right? So in the last class we discussed the block diagram of page replacement technique, right? So how that page replacement is going to be achieved, that we are going to discuss now, right? So we are going to discuss two techniques. In the syllabus actually you have only two techniques, but actually we have a total three different techniques, right? But in syllabus we have only two techniques, so we will discuss only two page replacement policies, right? So there are two page replacement policies. One is called the first in first out FIFO, first in first out page replacement policy, and least recently used page replacement policy, right? So if the page has came first, that has to be taken out first, right? So and in the second technique, least recently used, if the page is recently, if it is very less recently used or very less frequently used, such page is going to be replaced by the virtual memory manager. Okay, so the operation of these two techniques or these two policies we are going to see later. Okay, a page replacement policy should replace a page that is not likely to be referenced in the immediate future. That means whenever we have discussed in the last class that virtual memory manager is going to perform the page replacement. That means whatever instructions are there in the main memory that are going to be replaced by some other instructions, right, from the disk, right? Which instruction or which page needs to be replaced by the new pages, that will be decided by the virtual memory manager, right? Next, we evaluate the following three pages. Actually it has to be two, right? So I wrote 3 here, it has to be 2. Actually we have 3 page replacement policies, but in syllabus we have only 2 page replacement policies to see how well they fulfill this requirement. The first one is first in first out page replacement policy. Second one is least recently used page replacement policy. For our analysis of these page replacement policies, we rely on the concept of page reference strings. So these page reference strings later we will come to know. A page reference string of a process is a trace of pages accessed by the process during its operation, right? So at a particular time, which page is going to be referenced? So that is nothing but a page reference string. It is a trace of a page reference string of a process. Page reference string of a process is a trace of pages. Trace of pages in the sense it's a part of a pages, right? So which part of a page is going to be referenced at what time? So that is nothing but the page reference string. Okay, so when the process starts executing, right, so only as we have already discussed, the entire process is not going to be loaded in the central processing unit for its execution. Only the part of the process instructions are loaded in the central processing unit, and as they start executing, then they come to know that we require further instructions or further processing operations to execute that complete process, right? So in that case, a process is loaded into the central processing unit part by part, right? So that we have already discussed. Why it is going to be loaded in part by part? Because computer system is going to contain a multiple number of processes, right? So it has to make a space for all these processes. So for that reason, entire process is not going to be loaded in a central processing unit. Only part of a process is going to be loaded in central processing unit. Next one, FIFO page replacement. First in, first out page replacement. At every page fault, whenever page fault occurs, or whenever the central processor unit is not going to get any page in the main memory, then we call that process as a page fault, right? So whenever this page fault occurs, the first in first out page replacement policy replaces the page that was loaded into memory earlier than any other page of the process, right? Because the entire process gets divided into number of pages, right? So these pages are going to be loaded into the main memory one by one, right? So it will check whether which page is loaded into the memory earlier than any other page of the process, right? So by checking that page, so that particular page, which page is older compared to the newer page, right? So that older page is going to be replaced by the new page. To facilitate the FIFO page replacement, the virtual memory manager records the time of the loading of the page in the reference information field of its page table entry. The page table, we have discussed that there are different fields of a page table entry, right? So one of the field in that page table is reference information field, right? So in this reference information field, the virtual memory manager is going to record the time of the loading of a page, right? So let us say uh, process 1 is getting executed, and its pages are the process 1 is getting divided into 3 pages, right? Let us say the process 1 is going to be occupied in 3 pages, right? First, it will load, the virtual memory manager will load the first page, right? Next, it is already loaded, right? It is already loaded, and when, if it doesn't find any good information in this first page, then it has to load the second page, right? So which page is going to be replaced when this page is loaded into the main memory? It is going to replace this first, because this is the page which is swapped into the main memory by the virtual memory manager, right? So this is the older page, and this is the newer page. This is the new page, and this is the old page, right? So this old page is going to be replaced by the virtual memory by this new page, right? So once 1 and 2, 1 has taken out, 1 is swapped out, and 2 is swapped in, right? So once it finishes the execution of second page, then page 3 has to be loaded. Now this 2 will become older page, and 3 will become a new page, right? So 2 will be replaced by 3, right? So in this manner, the entire process is going to be executed in computer system. So when the page fault occurs, this information is used to determine, because a reference information field is going to contain what? The reference information field is going to contain the time at which the first page is loaded, right? So this information is used to determine the P earliest, that is page earliest, which is loaded into the main memory. The page that was loaded earlier than any other page of the process. So this is the page that will be replaced with a page whose reference led to the page fault, right? So here first page is loaded. First page is loaded. When the central processor unit asks for the second page, in the main memory we have only one page, that is first page, right? So if when it asks for second page, a page fault occurs, because this page is not there in the main memory, it is there in the hard disk, right? It is there in the secondary memory, so that has to be replaced, that has to be loaded into the main memory, right? So by taking out the first page from the main memory, right? So this information is going to be held in the reference information field of page table, okay? So that is the FIFO page replacement. Second one is LRU page replacement. So we are going to discuss. What we call. We are going to discuss the example on these two techniques. Okay, its operation can be described as follows. At every page fault, the least recently used page is replaced by the required page. So here in this LRU technique, at every page fault, a least recently used page is replaced by the required page. The page table entry of a page records the time when the page was last referenced, right? So same, that is going to be present in reference information. This information is initialized when the page is loaded, and it is updated every time the page is referenced. When a page fault occurs, this information is used to locate the page PLRU, that is least recently used page, whose last reference is earlier than that of the every other page. This page is replaced with the page whose reference led to the page fault, right? So you will come to know these two techniques once I start discussing an example. Analysis of page replacement policies. Example that illustrates the operation of optimal, not optimal, we are not going to discuss this optimal, FIFO and LRU page replacement policies. Okay, in the next slide I have a block diagram of this example. Okay, so that in that I will explain both the techniques. Operation of page replacement policies. It's a string. A reference time for a process P are as follows. These are the page numbers. These are the page numbers, and these are the time string, right? So here it illustrates the operation of FIFO and LRU page replacement policies for this page reference string with allocation is equal to 2. That means the memory is going to allocate, the memory is going to hold only 2 pages. So allocation means the memory capacity is of 2 pages. For convenience, we show only 2 fields of the page table. One is valid bit and the reference information. What valid bit is going to contain, whether that particular page is present in the main memory or not, right? Valid bit is going to take only 2 boolean values, either 0 or 1. 0 means that particular page is not there in the main memory. 1 means that particular page is there in the main memory, right? And reference information, at what time that particular page is going to be referred. Okay, so these two information will be present in the page table. Page table is going to have 6 different information, but we are going to considering only these two informations for our reference. In the interval T0 to T3 inclusive, only 2 distinct pages are referenced. Leave this. I'll directly jump to the main example, then I'll discuss it. Okay.